Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia. I am a homeschool mom to 4 kids. 3 of those are actually in school. I currently have a 3rd grader, a 1st grader, and a pre-kindergartner. And in the fall of 2025, we will be entering our 6th year of homeschool. In today's video, I actually wanted to share with you guys what we're going to be doing for the summertime. So this video is going to be our summer homeschool plans. I'm currently doing this video in my car because if you've been keeping up with the canos and you've been reading our blog, our website, you will know that we have moved from our rental house and we are in the middle of another move. So we're currently living with family, and it's a little difficult to film when you're around more people than what you're used to. But I really did wanted to share my summer plans for our homeschool because they are going to be kind of looking a little bit different. Just because we are going to be moving again in the summertime. So starting off, I do want to say that we pretty much became year-round homeschoolers. This was something that I guess when I first started homeschooling, it wasn't really part of the plan. But as we continued to homeschool, there were times where we would take off just because honestly, I just didn't have the energy or the mental capacity to homeschool. But also with sicknesses, December is a month where we take most of the month off. And when we don't, we're very laid back when it comes to school. We've also taken vacations in the middle of a homeschool year. And so we pretty much became year-round homeschoolers. My husband was the one that said, well, in the summertime, we should still homeschool because we take time off. We might as well just keep it going. And so that's really why we're year-round homeschoolers. It was kind of unintentionally intentional or intentionally unintentional. I don't know. It was not something that we just went out and said, we want to be year-round homeschoolers. It kind of just fit with everything else that we had going on, and because we take multiple breaks, it was just a good idea for us to just homeschool throughout the summer. So with that being said, during the summertime, we do focus on core curriculum. I am a lot more laid back in the summertime when it comes to just everything that we do. I don't have a rigid schedule or anything like that. I do just require that we do our main subjects, and that is language arts, math, and Bible study. Those are our 3 main curriculums, and I am not overly strict about getting all 3 done in one day. I'm okay with if Monday we just do language arts, that's fine with me. If Tuesday we just do math, that's fine with me. Each day, just at least one thing I'm perfectly fine with. Like I said, I'm not so strict about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We need to be doing Bible study. We need to be doing language arts, and we need to be doing math, everything together. No. And I do it that way because at least they're still getting in some work. It's still in their brains. They're not forgetting, but we're also not, I don't want to take away from them being outdoors when the weather is beautiful, because then we live in the Midwest in Indiana. So winters here can be brutal and they can be very long. So I try not to take away from the outdoor time as much. So I do require the core curriculum to be done. And then one thing that I do is I also try to keep creative writing going, because my kids love to draw. They love to write. They love to tell stories. And so I try to keep them doing some creative writing so that their brain is still working. So the other thing that we tend to keep going, that we tend to do in the summertime is outdoor time. This is something that I am a little strict on, just because, like I said a few minutes ago, we live in the Midwest and winters here are very long. And so we don't get a lot of outdoor time as it is. And so come the summertime, we do what we have to do indoors, but I do require my kids to be outside at least 1 hour a day. And I say at least because when summer hits, summer really hits, and it can get very, very hot. And my kids are the type that once it's too hot, they don't want to be outside anymore. So I typically try to get them to go outside earlier in the day, sometime in the morning, and then late evenings once it's cooled down a bit and the sun has gone down a bit. But they are required at least 1 hour, like mandatory. We all have to get outdoors. We cannot be locked inside the house. And then obviously if they spend a lot more time outside, that's great. But no less than 1 hour. I think it's very important just to disconnect, especially like in the summertime when there's not a lot going on school wise. We tend to rely a lot on technology, on electronics, and I just don't want for my kids to be stuck on screens all day. And so that is why I require that 1 hour a day. The other thing that I also require during summer homeschool time is reading. We are avid readers in my house. Like literally all of us love to read. I am obsessed. I mean, obviously, if you guys didn't know, I have a whole nother channel where I talk books. And I also have a Bookstagram account. But I love to read. My husband loves to listen to audiobooks. My girls love to read. It's just, we are a bookish family, period. And so reading is also a must throughout the summer. One, yes, it keeps them practicing their reading, but honestly, I just want my kids to enjoy reading regardless of what time of year it is. I don't want them to feel like reading a book is just, you know, like a school activity, an educational activity. I just want them to see reading as something fun, as a hobby, just something that they love to do, right? And so we do make sure that they are reading independently at least 20 minutes a day. And how do I make that happen? I do that by being intentional because, again, if it's summertime, they want to be outdoors a lot of times. So what I do is I will set a time of day. Every day is different. I don't have like a set schedule where it's like every day at 12 o'clock we need to, no. Again, like I'm just very flexible with my day in the summer times. But I do set a timer for 20 minutes, and for 20 minutes, we all, including myself, will sit down to read. Everyone can go to whatever part of the house that they want, but for 20 minutes, we will all be sitting down reading. And then I'm pretty sure a lot of people are asking, okay, what about your kids that don't read? Well, one, Josiah just came into the world 9 months ago, so I know that this summer things might be a little bit different with all of us sitting down to doing some independent reading. But I mean, he'll be with me. And then Jerry, who is my pre-kindergartner, he obviously can't read, but I do still require him to sit down for those 20 minutes. And if he wants to look at 10 different picture books and skim through the pictures, he can do that. But that time with a book is still very much required. And one of the last things that we do during the summertime is we do a lot of library events. We already do them throughout the school year, but I feel like during the summertime, the library has so much more going on because the public school system is out. And so we have all these kids that are now not really doing much, and the library tends to, like, their programs and activities and events and stuff like that, they tend to pick up the pace a little bit. And so we lean on those a lot. It's just something we've always done. So we do like their in-library events, but we also do like reading programs and stuff like that. They do reading programs at the libraries and reading challenges. So like for the spring, they have reading challenges, but for the summer, really the summer is the one that we like really focus on when it comes to the library. So this is aside from like our fun reading just for the heck of it. But then we do that library challenge, the summer reading challenge. And we do that through the Beanstack app. I'll link that below so that you guys can see it. But with the Beanstack app, you can pretty much just link your library card to your library. It's kind of like Libby, but it's not for like to read books. It's book tracking. So I guess you can say it's more like Goodreads or something. But with Beanstack, you can track the minutes that you read. You can track the books that you read, the titles and all that jazz. And so we do that with our library for the summertime. And every, I don't know, it's like 60, I don't know if it's like every hour or something like that, you can win prizes. And you do that by going to your library and you show them how many minutes you've read, and then you will be able to choose a prize. And I feel like that's a really good incentive for kids to know, hey, if I read more, I will get prizes. And yeah, I guess it kind of it kind of contradicts the fact that we read for fun, mandatory for 20 minutes, but then we are also reading for challenges. But I guess they balance each other out in a way, because they get to read books that they want to read, that they enjoy, but at the same time, they are getting a little reward for reading. So that's really what we do. We also do the Good and the Beautiful's reading challenge, but honestly, I usually just sign up, and we get the free books. And it's super simple the way that the Good and the Beautiful does it, because they send you like a little pamphlet, and I guess you put like stickers and stuff. We've never really done the tracker itself with the Good and the Beautiful because we normally do our library program. But we do sign up and we do get the free books that the Good and the Beautiful sends. So if you are a new homeschool mom, definitely check out the Good and the Beautiful. I believe their reading program, they'll be like announcing the books that you get to choose from and whatnot sometime in May. You can definitely check that out. You get a free book. I believe all you pay is shipping, if I remember correctly. It's been a year since we've done it. So, but yeah, you pick your book by age level. And you can either give it to your children to read during the summer, or give that to them as a reward for reading throughout the summer. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do every year. This year is just slightly different because we will be moving into our house sometime like the end of June, early July. So we will also be, aside from doing what we normally do during the summer, we will also be settling into a new house. And then obviously with moving into a new house, there's projects that you want to get done. And so I feel like this will be a summer where we will be extremely busy with doing what we want to do for school, but also just settling into the new home and making our new house a home. So yeah, that's pretty much what we do every summer. We have no vacations really planned out because we just came back from a vacation in March. We were actually in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And so we have no plans as of right now to take any type of vacations this summer because, like I said, we just took a vacation and we're also moving in the middle of summer. So we're just going to keep trucking along, doing what we normally do, and just enjoying learning together as a family. Oh, I did forget to say that we also do read alouds. Read alouds is something that we keep going throughout the year, regardless if we're in the middle of the school year or not. My kids love to just cuddle up and have me read to them. And so we just pick whatever books we want. I really don't have like a requirement of what type of book I have to read to them for read aloud during the summer. But for the last couple years, the ones that we've been reading throughout the summer, primarily during the summer, we've read a couple of these throughout the school years, but primarily during the summer has been the, what is it called? The Hidden Scroll series, Adventures of the Hidden Scroll, I think it's called. I will insert a picture here, because we're actually reading, I think it's book 8 we're at now. So during the summer, we will probably get into book 9. And if you didn't know, it's a Christian book series for children. And we love the series. We absolutely love the series. We're coming to a close. And now we are trying to find a series that is somewhat similar to that one. But let me know in the comments what you guys will be doing for summer. If you are year-round homeschoolers, how does that look during the summertime? Do you continue doing what you're doing? Are you more laid back? What is it that you do? And if you made it to the end of this video, put up in the comments a yellow heart with a sun emoji. A yellow heart with a sun emoji so that I know that you made it to the end of this video. But that is all, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning into today's video. Make sure to like, to subscribe, and to comment. To see you guys back in the next video.